Welcome back to Tabletop Assault. I'm Ross.
I'm David.
And today we're going to bring you an 1850 battle report. I'll be using Thousand Suns.
And I'm going to be using Space Wolves. Bit of a rivalry and a grudge match there.
Absolutely, considering I'm also bringing Magnus. First time I'm going to get to use a Primarch.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Magnus is my baby.
I know you're a big fan, but Mortarian's not ready yet, so
okay.
I'll use him in the meantime.
That's what I have to do. Excellent. So what we're going to play for you guys today, we're playing Tactical Escalation. Really simple premise to the game. You get turn 1, 1 tactical objective card. Turn 2, you can hold up to 2. Turn 3, hold up to 3. If at any point you have less than the turn number, draw those cards up to that number. You can never have more than the turn number. Lastly, you also have tactical priority. So at the start of the game you will choose either the keyword on the card, like take and hold or secure and control, and if you score any of those cards that have that particular keyword, you get an additional victory point on top. I think both are both doing take and hold.
We're both going to do take and hold.
So both going to take and hold for this one for you guys. And lastly, the person who scores the more of that priority card at the end of the game will get an additional victory point on top.
Sounds good. With that, let's have a look at the forces.
So, to start with, we have our 1850 points of Space Wolves. Now, the Space Wolves today are going to be in a Spearhead detachment, which is giving me 4 command points to play with. Leading the detachment will be Njal, Stormcaller in Runic Terminator armour, and he will have the Warlord trait Tenacious Survivor, which is always handy. Now, his psychic spells, or psychic powers that he'll be using today, is Tempest Wrath and Jaws of the World Wolf. He'll also have Smite as well, because he is a Psyker. We've then also brought a Calixis Assassin today to try and give us an extra element of anti-Psyker in this army. Into our elite choices, we have 2 units of Wulfen kitted exactly the same, with Stormfang auto frag launchers, 2 Thunderhammer Storm Shields, 2 Great Frost Axes, and the champion has the Great Frost, or the Frost Claws, sorry I should say. And one of the Wulfen will be kitting around in a Land Raider Redeemer with a twin assault cannon, 2 Flamestorm cannons, Hunter Killer Missile and a Storm Bolter. Other one will be kitting around in a Storm Wolf with the twin Hellfrost cannon, 2 Last cannons and Skyhammer Missile Launcher. Next up we have 2 additional heavy sports, and we have a unit of Longfangs with 5 plasma cannons there on the left and an ancient with basic armaments. And then on the right we have another Longfang unit with 7 guys in this one with 4 Last cannons, 2 missile launchers, and again the ancient is kitted about just what he normally comes stock with. That's my 1850 points, very elite, very small force here. Let's see how it fares against the Thousand Suns.
We have here our 1850 points of Thousand Suns, led by Magnus the Red himself. We're in a battalion detachment with a super heavy auxiliary detachment, so I've got 6 command points to use in this game. So starting off is my Lord of War and Warlord, which is Magnus the Red. He will have for his Warlord trait Eternal Vendetta, and for his Dark Hereticus spells we will have Death Hex, Warptime and Weaver of Fate. For my HQs I have Ahriman on a Disc of Tzeentch. For his Dark Hereticus he's got Prescience, Death Hex and Weaver of Fate. And then I've also got an Exalted Sorcerer on a Disc of Tzeentch. He's got Infernal Bolt Pistol and Force Stave and Frag and Crack Grenades. And for his Dark Hereticus spells he's got Gift of Chaos and Warptime. For my troops I have 2 units of Rubric Marines, both the same, so they will be with their Aspiring Champion, Infernal Bolt Pistol and Force Stave. And then for the troops they've all got Infernal Bolt Guns, bar 1 also has a Soul Reaper Cannon. We've also got a unit of 15 Zangors, all armed with auto pistols and chainswords. And then I've got 1 unit of Scarab Occult Terminators. The Scarab Occult Terminator Sorcerer has Infernal Combi Bolter and Force Stave. And then the actual Terminators themselves, 3 of them are armed with Infernal Combi Bolters, all of them have Power Swords, and 1 of them has a Soul Reaper Cannon, and 1 also has a Hellfire Missile Rack. We've then also got a Hellbrute armed with a Multi-Melta and Hellbrute Fists. And then I've got a Chaos Rhino. 1 of them has got a Combi Bolter and Havoc Launcher. And then the other one will just have a Combi Bolter because I couldn't fit in the Havoc Launcher. So yeah, that is my 1850 points of Thousand Suns.
This is the battlefield we're playing on today, and it's Hammer and Anvil deployment, so again that's a long ways. And with it being tactical escalation, we have our 6 objective markers down, where we're using our cityscape map with our ruined buildings. So let's go over where the objective markers are for you guys. So we have objective marker 1 down here, 2 is over here, 3 is in the middle, 4 down here, 5 all the way over here where this bomb is, and 6 with my favourite objective marker down here. So yeah, nice, plenty of open space for us to move around in. But yeah, with that guys, we're just going to go ahead and crack on with our deployment. Just finished off the deployment, and as we're playing Hammer and Anvil, remember guys, it's a long way in the table. I've got Calixis in reserve and concealment. We have the Stormwolf with Wulfen, the Land Raider with Wulfen, but that Land Raider also has Njal Stormcaller in there with them. We have my 2 units of Long Fangs, Last Cannons, missiles at the top, and on the next floor down we have the Plasma Cannons. That's for deployment. Let's take a look at Thousand Suns.
We have our Thousand Suns counter deployment here. So we've got the Rubric Marines without a Havoc Launcher, it's not really there, over on this side with our Exalted Sorcerer. Zangor's behind, along with another unit of Rubric Marines with a Havoc Launcher, and Ahriman guiding alongside them. And then we also have a Hellbrute and Magnus taking up a flank, because they like to do that sort of thing. We've also got Scarab Occult Terminators in the Teleportarium. So yeah, with that I'm going to successfully seize the initiative, just because I really want to make sure I get my invulns up. So seize time! That's not a seize, but this command point spent to reroll it will...
Oh!
Called it. So let's go into Thousand Suns, turn 1. So after a successful seize from the Thousand Suns, just as planned, we're going to see what I get card-wise, but I'm in a tricky situation here. David certainly has the long-range firepower and he has close-range backup. I need to get into medium range, and I don't want him to touch Magnus, but just about everything he has hurts him. So the key is really get out my invulns, be a bit careful, try and either get the Wulfen or the scary things out of their transports, and incentivize them in some way to do so, and then punish them in the following turn. So it's going to be a tricky first turn, we'll see how it turns up, but firstly let's have a look at my card. So we've drawn one tactical objective as we are in turn 1, and it's secure objective 4. Great! So that's pretty much all but guaranteed. It is not a taken hold which I was requiring, but I won't complain with that because I'm going to achieve it. No problem. So with that, let's finish up our movement. So finish up first turn for the Thousand Suns. Pretty simple. Zangors have just decided to take the objective. Cool. That's kind of their job. Both my rhinos have moved forward, not too aggressively, and I'm going to declare pop and smoke. I know that happens in the shooting phase, but I tend to forget. So yeah, I'm doing it now. And then obviously they've got Sorcerers and Ahriman chasing up behind them. Hellbrute has moved up on this side, basically to give me a multi-melter shot. And Magnus is taking a flank himself.
Beautiful Magnus.
Because that's his plans. I've decided to keep the Scarab Occult in reserve. Reason for that is I basically want to wait for some more delightful targets to come out, and those long fangs are a bit protected at the moment. So we'll keep him in reserve, keep him in for plans. With that, let's move on to the psychic phase. So we're going to start with Magnus the Red in the psychic phase because he should go first. I'm going to start with Weaver of Fates on himself because we really like that 3-up invul to be had. I'm destined to not have any perils in this game because if you saw the last time you'd used Thousand Suns, I got so many. So it's not going to happen. So I am needing a 6 to get this, but Magnus does add 2 to the roll. So yeah, got it. Weaver of Fates is done. I'll move straight on to Smite with him next. The closest unit is the Land Raider. So he does cause d6 mortal wounds unless he gets 10 or above. No, is it above a 10? 11,
he is
12?
A special version which would know it's 10 or more for him, I believe.
Oh, is it 10 or more? Nice, so one nice and high, 8.
So it's just d6, do you want to command point it?
I've only got 4 to play with and it's basically a 50-50 chance to get more.
You're down to 5, not 4.
I'm down to 5, not 4, of course I stole. You know what, I will, because sometimes you need to risk it, so 4+. Nope,
Nope.
that's worse. But we still get to do D6 mortal wounds on Land Raider.
For 5 mortal wounds.
Not too bad. Going to move on to Ahriman next, who's going to cast Prescience onto the Hellbrute. Needing a 7 for this, but he does add +1. And I perilled and I've used my reroll.
Wow.
How does this happen?
So D3 mortal wounds on.
D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Just 1, I can live with that. So I finished my psychic phase, nothing else I can really cast this turn, also it ended quite disastrously. So I'm going to move straight on to shooting phase. Only thing I can really fire is the Hellbrute. He has got a multi-melter, so I'm going to fire that straight at Land Raider, hopefully cause some damage. So he will be 4 sticks, I did move. Really wish I had that Prescience. That's it for the Thousand Suns. Really just trying to move into position. Whether it's a good one or not, I'm not 100% sure. It's all going to be dependent on what David has planned. So that'll be interesting to see. Main thing is, I scored an objective. Got secure objective marker 4, control it at the end of your turn. I most certainly do. So that brings the score to 1-0. I've already suffered my first perils of the game.
Yep.
So let's move on to Space Wolves, turn 1.
We're into Space Wolves turn 1, and that was actually not too good for Ross there. That was quite bad. Peril, and he did wound the Land Raider, but I think we got off kind of lightly there with the Prescience not getting more damage on the Land Raider. So what we're going to do is probably mosey on our Wulfen up along with the Storm Wolf. I'm probably going to disembark at least one of the Wulfen units, possibly not 2. And our Devastators, our Long Fangs, I just don't know if they should shoot Magnus because of that 3-up invul. It is so hard to chew through. So yeah, let's move on to that, and we'll show you our card. So I've just drawn my first card in Tactical Escalation, and it is King Slayer. So that's essentially made up my own mind of what I'm going to do this turn, and that is pretty much everything. Everything has to go into Magnus.
Go big, David.
So yeah, I'm going to do the movement phase, guys, and we will catch up in a second. So over here in our Tower of Death, all the Long Fangs have remained stationary, but we've done a little bit of movement over here. So the Land Raider, before moving up 10 inches, has dropped its payload, which is essentially Njal Stormcallers came out, and the Wulfen Hearth came out as well. Now they have moved up, they're 7 inches, disembarked 3 and rolled in advance, and we're now within serious threat range of Magnus.
Yeah, because you can advance and charge.
Yeah, we can.
And reroll your charge.
However, I can't actually fail this charge, so it's kind of okay. And then lastly, the second Wulfen squad has stayed inside the Storm Wolf. It's a bit stupid to bring them out just at the moment when Ross could then put 20 Rubric Marines. It's not going to be worth it.
No, I don't think it would be either.
But the Storm Wolf's moved up, and it's just going to lay some heart. It's got threat range of everything. So yeah, that's it, guys. Let's move on to the Psychic phase. Starting with Njal, he's going to cast his first ability, Tempest Wrath, onto Magnus. Essentially, it makes Magnus -1 to hit.
Okay.
Now it's value 6, and I do get +1 to this roll. So that's 5. I do get it on a 6. You can deny the Witch.
I'm going to try and deny it, but the Calixtus is removing my bonus essentially.
Yeah.
I'm +2, but he's -2. So I just need to beat 6 here.
You do.
Nice.
So that is stopped. And lastly, I'm going to use Smite onto Magnus from Njal Stormcaller, which we get just. That's on a 5. You can deny, but no bonus to deny. Oh, you don't.
Ooh, no,
you have to beat it.
Yeah, so no.
So you don't beat it. Just D3 mortal wounds on Magnus for 2 wounds on Magnus. So into the shooting phase. Now I just wanted to let you know my fire discipline rule for my Long Fangs. You basically choose a target at the start of the shooting phase. If my models from this unit shoot at that chosen target, I reroll hits of 1. It's pretty obvious my target, guys, is Magnus.
Good call.
So we're going to start with the top unit here. We'll go our 4 last cannons first, and obviously the missiles are going into Magnus too. The 4 last cannons, we are 3s to hit, reroll 1s. That is tragic.
That is tragic.
I'm actually going to use 1 command point.
Yeah, good call.
Well, can't reroll that one.
Nope.
So only 1 goes through. It's going to be 3s to wound. Oh no.
Oh no.
We'll do the 2 missiles, and we're obviously going to use, guys, the crack version. which is strength 8 minus 2 d6 damage. So 3s to hit, reroll 1s. They both hit. And we're 3s to wound. For 2 wounds, it'll be 3 a pinball save.
Yep, reroll 1s.
Oh!
Oh man, I'm definitely going to use command point to reroll one of them, but... Oh man!
So 2d6 damage.
Uh-huh.
For 6 wounds off of Magnus. And the cheeky bolt gun from the sergeant, might as well shoot that over at Magnus. So 3s to hit, reroll 1s. 5s, that was a hit,
yep.
And then 5s to wound. Oh, it's a wound.
Okay, 3 a pinball, reroll 1s. Cool. We're okay.
Let's get the next unit ready. My second unit, Long Fangs, with their plasma cannons. Now, because we've got Fire Discipline with the reroll 1 ability, we're just going to go straight to a supercharge.
Good call.
For these. So with the supercharged plasma cannon, it's D3 shots each.
Definitely going on to Magnus, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yep.
So 4 D3 shots, as there's 4 plasma cannons. So we get 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just get the dice ready. I've got my 6 shots. These are 3s to hit, reroll 1s for Fire Discipline. Ooh, reroll these 1s. Okay, so fantastic, they all hit.
Yep.
Strength 8 against your toughness 7, so these will be 3s to wound. For 4 wounds, straight to your 3 up pinballs.
Cool, 3 up pinball, reroll 1s.
Oh no!
Reroll that 1. And so he's alive thanks to Weavers, but 2 go through.
So it's 2 damage apiece, so that's another 4 wounds.
Magnus is down to 6 wounds.
And a cheeky bolt gun from the sergeant, might as well. So 3s to hit, reroll 1s. 5s to wound. Nothing. We'll move on. Stormwolf next, and he is going to shoot his Skyhammer missile launcher at Magnus. And we're then going to do the last cannons and twin Hellfrost cannons into the Hellbrute.
Sounds good.
So we'll do the Skyhammer missile launcher first, so it's 3 shots. I do ignore the minuses for heavy because I power the machine spirit. And I get no minuses for shooting at Magnus with a Skyhammer missile because he has the fly keyword.
Sure does.
So these are hitting on a 3+, 3 shots. Good start.
Good start.
Strength 7, so 4s to wound. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's -1, so it's your 3 up pinball.
Yeah, 3 up pinball, reroll 1s. Reroll 1s. We're okay.
You're okay. We'll now just do 2 last cannon shots into the Hellbrute, again from the Stormwolf. Hitting on 3s. Okay. Yeah, we get no rerolls or anything there, guys. Wounding on 3s. Okay. We'll get the Hellfrost ready. Twin Hellfrost cannon, and we're going to be using its focused beam version onto the Hellbrute. So that is heavy 2, strength 8, -4 d6. Now just remember, guys, with Hellfrost, any roll of a 6, if it suffers any unsaved wounds from this weapon but is not slain, you roll a d6. On the roll of a 6, it will suffer an additional mortal wound.
Cool, cool,
So
cool.
hopefully try and weaken it here. 3s to hit. Good start. 3s again. Okay. -4 means no saves.
Sure does. So
It's d6 damage apiece.
Okay.
For 5.
But +2 because I suffered mortal wounds.
No, no, no.
Oh, is
So
it
what
one?
happens is, because it's Hellfrost, if the... So, once finished attacking with this weapon, if it suffers any unsaved wounds, which you have, you've suffered 5 from this weapon, but is not slain, you will roll a d6. On the roll of a 6, it will suffer a mortal wound.
Cool, cool, cool. So roll the d6.
No, so it's just 5 wounds off the Hellbrute. So my Land Raider now next. We're going to divvy up its shots. Stormbolter for what it's worth into the Hellbrute, along with the Flamestorm cannons and twin assault cannons. But we're going to use the Hunter Killer missile as well before I forget, but that's going to shoot on over at Magnus.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
But we're going to start with the twin assault cannon onto the Hellbrute. So 12 shots, hitting on 3s, no penalties for heavy. Okay, fairly decent. Now this is strength 6, so I believe you're toughness 7, aren't you?
Yep, it's 5 to win.
5s to wound you. So we get 3 wounds at -1.
-1 is 4 up saves. So he's down to 1 wound. Not ideal.
No. I'm actually just going to do the cheeky Stormbolter.
Yep.
So it's in rapid fire range, so it makes it 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Winning on 5s for nothing. Flamestorm Cannon next. So there's 2 of them, so it's heavy d6 each. So let's see how many shots we get. So we get 6 automatic hits. Now this is strength 6, -2 for 2 damage apiece. So we need 5s to wound. Oh wow, that is incredible.
-1.
-2.
-2, so 5 up saves, need to make all these.
No.
Nope, so that is First Bloods.
Does he explode?
I hope not.
Oh my word.
It does, I'm just going to accept that. So everything within 3 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. It's just going to be the Rhino. For 2 mortal wounds.
Hunter-Killer Missile next into Magnus. So this is 1 use only. We're looking for 3s to hit. We hit. 3s to wound is at strength 8. It's a wound. It's -2, so it'll be your invul save.
That was naturally going to always be my invul save. 3 up. We're
You
fine.
make it. That's the end of the shooting phase, guys. The all-important assault phase is coming up next. So the Wulfen, just in case you're wondering, guys, why they didn't shoot their Stormfang launchers, was because they advanced in the movement phase. But they're now going into the assault phase, so we're going to declare charge on Magnus. Can't really fail it.
No, you most certainly can.
Wow, okay, they're in. So the Wulfen will strike first, with all the ferocity that they have, want to get some revenge on Magnus. This actually hurts me a little bit.
I know, you're a big fan of Magnus.
Because Magnus is like my go-to Primarch, and Thousand Suns are like my Chaos Legion.
Well, you're kind of making sure I don't get a shot with him.
I know, okay. Right, so we've got Champion to go first, or the pack leader. He has 4 attacks normally, but because he has Frost Claws, he gets 1 additional attack, so he gets 5 in total. We're hitting on a 3+. Okay, so we get 3 hits. Your toughness 7, I am strength 5 +1, so I'm going to be strength 6, so still 5s to wound. And I do get to reroll failed wounds. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's -2, so straight to your invul for 1 damage apiece.
Yeah, my invul's better than my armor save. 3+. Reroll 1s. We're okay.
He's okay. We'll move on. So next we have the Thunder Hammers. So it's 3 attacks each, so that's 6 attacks. But these are -1 to hit, guys.
Okay.
These are now hitting on 4s. Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
So 4 hits, that's what you'd hope for hammers. These will be strength 10.
So 3s to wound.
3s to wound. 2 wounds. Again, you're invul.
Yep, 3+. I'm going to use command point.
Yeah.
I'm burning through them. Oh! So
This is 3 damage straight.
So he's down to 3 wounds.
And then last to go is my Great Frost Axe. So they normally have 3 attacks each, but because they have charged, they get 1 additional attack on the charge. So that is 4 attacks each with the Great Frost Axes, so 8 here. Hitting on 3s, no minuses. Wow.
Really?
So 7 hits.
What strength are you?
Strength 8.
3s to wound.
So strength 5 normally, +3 brings them to 8. So it's 4 wounds, and it's straight to your invul, and this is D3 damage, guys.
Yeah, so 3 up invul. I failed 2. How did I not get any 1s?
That's it.
D3 damage, you just need to get, what, 1 3+ and you've got him.
I'll need more than 1 3+. No, you're right.
Yeah, I'm right.
3, 4 wounds. Guys, Magnus is slain. Unbelievable.
Can I concede yet?
No.
Oh.
So for everyone screaming right now down YouTube at me, I forgot to shoot and actually charge with Calixis.
I think they're probably more screaming at me for having Magnus
okay.
kill turn 1.
But I think forgetting Calixis, if I could forget Calixis and being told you'll get a death for Magnus for forgetting Calixis, yeah, I'll take it. So yeah, we're going to move on, guys, and recap the turn. So that brings an end to an incredibly epic Space Wolves turn 1. Aelin, if you're watching, that's for Sagas. Alright, so we got Magnus out of the game. I'm actually feeling a little bit hurt inside. I'm looking at him over there on the table because he's now dead, and I'm going to cry later on.
You're hurting inside.
Anyway, right guys, moving on. I did get First Blood and I did get Kingslayer, so let's see how many
And
points.
you've got to slay the Warlord.
And slay the Warlord. And Linebreaker.
And Linebreaker.
Well, let's see if we go for Kingslayer. Anyway, so Kingslayer.
Do you want to use command point?
No.
Ah.
So if that come back to haunt me.
yeah, but how many points that putting you on?
So I've got. We don't count Linebreaker yet because it's not the end of the game.
Sure.
I've got Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and 2 victory points there, so it's 4-1. As we move into 1000 Suns, turn 2. Let's see what we can do.
So we're on to 1000 Suns, turn 2. My debut when I got to use a Primarch didn't go very well. My hand is where Magnus used to be, but now the warp has seemed to take him after a lot of firepower. You missed a lot of last cannon shots, Sam. How did I... Anything but 2s would have been acceptable, and even with chucking rerolls to save him beyond measure, I've no explanation. I've got no explanation. So I've lost Magnus, I've lost my Hellbrute, I've perilled, I've done damage to my rhinos myself.
And to Ahriman.
Let's draw some cards. So we've got my cards for this turn. I feel it's kind of hurtful to get Assassinate. That hurts my feelings because I've just lost Magnus. So we've got to kill a character. Possible, we'll see what we can do. And then secure objective marker 6, which is just here, so perfectly doable as well. Yeah, let's see if I can come up with some strategies without Magnus. So we finished up the movement phase for the 1000 Suns. I've dropped my Scarab Occult Terminators down on this side, basically to get a bead in this Land Raider. And then I've sort of deployed all my rubrics right around this Stormwolf. The reason being is that if you don't have room to deploy, then you are not deploying.
That's true.
So no deploying for him this turn just buys me a turn of Wulfen not being around. Hopefully then the other strategy is to make the other Wulfen not be around. That is the plan. Yep, Ahriman and the Exalted Sorcerer sort of moved around as well, and I've got a Rhino who has secured the objective I require. Also moved my Zangors towards the Calixus because if I can take him in combat, cool, but I know you reduced my to hit rolls to 6, which is tricky, and I can't cause Psychic on you, so it's all a problem. With that, let's move on to the Psychic phase. Going to start my Psychic phase with Prescience from Ahriman onto these Rubric Marines here. So I'm going to need 7, but he does add +1 to the dice roll. I'm going to use command point to reroll that.
Oh my word, Ross.
So I get it, you know, I don't peril.
They're Prescience up.
Next up, he's going to attempt Weaver of Fates, and I'm going to cast it on this Rubric Marines just in case I fluff up my shots to kill these Wulfen. I'm going to need a 5 to cast this because he does add +1. And I don't get it, and I can't reroll.
Down to 1 command point as well.
Next up is going to be Smite from Ahriman, and it's going to be on your Stormwolf.
Cool, yep.
Is it? Oh cool, I never remember their names. So I get it. It is a 8, so it causes D3 mortal wounds.
Can you... Okay, I'm going to check that I'm actually in range to deny. Give us a wee second.
Sure.
But we'll keep that anyway for 3 more wounds. Yeah, I am just in range with Njal, so I probably should have tried to stop Prescience, but we've moved on. So to stop the Smite, you rolled an 8, or 7, but +1 was 8.
Sure.
Now I get +1 to my deny with this as well. Now I get to reroll 1 failed deny the test in each of my opponent's Psychic phase, so I'm going to reroll that. It's stopped.
And last I'm going to attempt to cast Smite from the other Exalted Sorcerer, again onto the Stormwolf. So we do get it on a 7, you can attempt to deny it.
My last deny the witch, so this is with Njal. Nope, I'm with my buff, it won't help it, so it goes off.
D3 mortal wounds for 2 mortal wounds.
On the Stormwolf.
Zangors are going to attempt some pop shots at the Calixus. There's 8 in range with their auto pistols, so 6 is to hit because you're really hard to hit.
Do you get 2 hits?
2, yep. And I'm going to be 5s to wound you. For no wounds. So our Rubric Marines are going to unload onto these Wulfen, hopefully cause a wee bit of damage if possible. I have 7 rapid fire range, 1 is in normal range, and the Sorcerer is not in range himself with his pistol. So that'll give me, if my math's right, 15 shots to make. Hitting on 2s because I am prescienced at the moment. For all but 1, which is a good start.
Just as well you prescience there.
Absolutely. And then I'm going to be 4s to wound you. Or are you toughness 5?
I'm toughness 4, I believe, yeah.
Okay, so 4s to wound you. That was not ideal. If only I had Death of the False Emperor on that, because there's quite a few 6s. How many saves? I think you've got to divvy up your invul saves first.
Yeah, I'm going to have a quick think about this. So yeah, we're going to put it on the Storm Shields. Now they're 2 wounds a piece, so just roll 2 at a time.
Okay.
So 3 ups.
Show those 2s.
Wow, now I do have Death Frenzy, so on a 5 up, I'll ignore it.
Oh man!
Wow, okay.
Ah.
The next 2. Okay.
Oh no.
And then the last 2. So 1 and then Death Frenzy. No, so 1 Storm Shield is down to 1 wound.
And Soul Reaper Cannon will go on them as well. I'm 2-6, I'm prescienced, and I do ignore heavy. So 2s to hit.
Okay.
So we've got 1 miss. And it's going to be 3s to wound you. 1 wins.
Okay, 1 wound, so 3 up invul. He's okay.
It's going to go with the other Rubric Marines, and after the disastrous rapid firing pressing unit failed to do much, I'm going to have to try and do something with the other unit. There'll be 8 shots from the Infernal Combi Bolters.
Into these Wulfen guys.
Into the Wulfen, head on 3s. So we do have a few misses, and it's going to be 4s to wound you. For 1 wound.
Okay, so on the invul guy, remember, she's wounded.
Nor on a 5.
Wow.
Soul Reaper Cannon next, going straight into him, 3s to hit.
Okay.
2s are costing me this game. 3s to wound you. 2s are costing me this game! Rhino's going to attempt to do it next. He is in rapid fire range with his combi bolter, so we're going to get 4 shots.
Into the Wulfen.
Hen on 3s. Havoc Launcher's going in there as well. So we've got 3 hits.
Okay.
Wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
Those 2s again.
I'm aware.
Oh.
Nice.
Death Frenzy. No, so the Storm Shield is gone.
We killed 1.
Havoc Launcher.
Havoc Launcher didn't move, so no negatives. That's cocked,
Yeah.
and thankfully. Stop.
Come on, Ross.
Come on.
Okay.
3 shots. Hen on 3s.
Okay.
Okay. Wounding you on 3s.
I'll take it on the Storm Shield because it's -1, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll take it on a Storm Shield.
No, it's just normal, but
Okay.
you're okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Scarab Occult Terminators next. Now I did position there so that basically the long fangs cannot see them.
Cannot indeed.
I can't see you, but you can't see me, so it might buy me a turn. Go rapid fire into a Land Raider. Yeah.
Cool.
Kinda wish they went for Wulfen now, I was a bit overconfident on that side. 16 shots, hitting on 3s. That's a fair few misses. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. 6s to wound you though.
Okay.
Hey,
oh, that's okay.
Quite a few 6s.
So 4 6s at -2, so my 2 up save goes to 4 up on the Land Raider. Oh wow, they're all made.
Oh man. Right, so Reaper Cannon next, on to the Land Raider, head on 3s.
Cool.
Nice. Wounding on 5s.
Nice.
2 wounds.
-3 this time, so I'm now to a 5 up save on the Land Raider. So 2 wounds.
Yep. Damage 1.
Damage 1, so I'm down to 9 wounds.
Okay. And I'm next going to go with the Hellfire Missile Pack. 2 shots, head on 3s.
Cool.
Both hit. Wounding you on 4s.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
I'm toughness 8.
But that's not going to happen. In a true sense of desperation, we're going to go with pistols. Ahriman's first onto the Land Raider, head on 2s. Hey, finally I got some 2s that I wanted. Wounding on 6s. Nope. We'll do the next Exalted Sorcerer, head on 2s, head on 3s maybe? I'm going to check that. He is heading on 2s.
Yep, you hit on 2s.
Yep, wounding on 6s. Nope. Combi Bolter from the Rhino. I move won't affect it, so 3 step. I'll need to count how many twos.
Look at Lyros, keep that hit. I think you're actually in rapid fire.
Oh really?
So I think you've got 2 more shots there, yeah.
Either way, fail to wound.
And then those 2.
Those 2. We do have 2 hits. No wounds. So we're going to start my charge phase. Zangor's going for your Calixis. Would you like to Overwatch?
Yep, and luckily you're out of range from my Psych Out grenades, which actually impacts demons. Oh. So I need to go with the Animus Speculum. So it's Assault D3. Okay, for 3 shots. We are hitting on 6s. Would you believe it?
Dude.
2 hits, it's going to be 3s to wound. 2 wins, it's only damage 1 and invul save.
5+ saves. Nope, so 2 Zangors do go down. It's an 8-inch charge for me.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Nice.
So I've done my pile-in moves for Zangors. Some of you might be asking why I didn't charge in the Scarab Occult. Well, mainly because I've got power swords, more or less, so they only wound a Land Raider on 6s, and you've got flamers for days, so no. Gonna go for Calixis. I have 10 in range to be able to hit him. One of them is the champion. I've got chainswords, so it's going to give me 21 attacks.
Nice.
The unfortunate side of that is the fact that I only hit you on 6s.
Yeah, it's the Ethereum rule. Weapon skill and ballistic skills basically are 6+.
But you are a character, aren't you?
Oh, I am, yes.
Yeah, so I get to reroll hits on you in the fight phase.
Nice. So, show me some 5s and below.
No. 6s. So I'll take out these 6s, so I hit 3 times, but I do have Relic Hunter, and after some of your stuff, so I do get to make these rerolls. Nice.
Nice.
So I did get quite a few 6s.
You did actually, pretty cool.
And I believe, just going to check one other thing. So I was checking if Zangors had Death to the False Emperor. Now they're demons, Ross. Of course they don't, because that would have been great. So we are forced to wound you for, again, quite a healthy amount of wounds actually.
Yeah. So I've got my lightning reflexes, which gives me a 4-up invul save.
Failed them all. That's not all.
Failed 2, and I believe a Calixis has 5 wounds, down to 3 wounds remaining. Calixis to attack back. 4 attacks from the Calixis, hitting a 2+. So all but 1. And we wound on your toughness 4, aren't you?
I am.
Wounding on a 4s. So 3 wounds straight to your 5-up demon save.
Cool, cool, cool. Failed 3.
Okay.
So on to morale phase. Only one to make is my own unit in my own turn. You know things have gone badly when that sentence is said. I will lose guys on a 3+, as I did lose 5 guys.
Got 2 more, 3 more.
That is that's 3 more. So we're at the end of Thousand Suns turn 2. Not good. Not good. I needed to clear out Wulfen. I didn't, but at least managed to prevent Wulfen from deploying this turn. Well, David, I think it's going to be punishment time. On a positive note, I did manage to secure objective marker 6, which is taking hold. So I do get 2 victory points for this round, bringing it 4 to David, 3 to me. Alright, my David, let's go into Space Wolves turn 2.
That's the end, you see there, of Thousand Suns turn 2. So into Space Wolves turn 2, it's going to try much of the same, just cause as much hurt as we can. But Ross tactically did stop me deploying another unit of Wulfen, which is a bit frustrating.
Haha!
Because I'd like to have that extra power to this turn. Not saying there's not power in this table. With that though, guys, I'm going to draw 2 new cards as we're now in turn 2 for Space Wolves, and we shall see what we get. So I have 2 new cards to take, and I've got Secure Objective 4, which is not going to happen because I can't secure it with the Storm Wolf. And Hold the Line, which is possible if I fall some units back and wipe out the Scarab Occult. I have to have 3 units in my deployment zone and no enemy units in my deployment zone, and I'll get some more victory points. Cool. With that, guys, let's move on to the movement phase. So into the movement phase, Calixis is still obviously stuck here with all these crazy Zangors. These 4 remaining Wulfen have moved up because they didn't quite like getting peppered in the face with in front of bolt guns. So they're going to come up and smack up. The Stormwolf has actually gone into hover mode. He couldn't drop any troops because Ross tactically surrounded it, but he's gone into hover mode because he can actually now shoot this Exalted Sorcerer.
Oh man.
It means you don't have to move 90 inches. It does mean you can charge him and he loses his hard to hit against them rule, but...
Because I've got great units for charging.
But the point of this is we can maybe snipe that Sorcerer and maybe add some extra weight of dice to this here. Land Raider's fallen back, it's full 10 inches. Well, not fallen back, but moved back.
Yep.
Because its target is obviously dealing with these Scarab Occult. Now I have moves, so will be minuses to hit, but with their Fire Discipline I get to reroll field hits of 1 anyway. So boom, these guys have all moved over again. Their target for Fire Discipline will be these Scarab Occult. Let's move on to the Psychic phase. Oh yeah, and Arjak's kind of Njal, sorry, has kind of hid. So into the Psychic phase we have Njal Stormcaller. He's now going to actually hopefully do some damage. So we're going to start by using Jaws of the World Wolf into the Scarab Occult.
Okay.
So we can cast it on a 7 and I do get +1 to my roll. So we get it with 4, 5, 6, we get it with 8. Okay. You can attempt to deny with your Exalted Sorcerer.
Yep, sure am. Nope.
Nope.
Have I got 1 command point left?
You do, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to reroll at 3.
Cool. So you get 5+ here.
5+.
Oh, you nailed it. You nailed it. Njal is going to use Tempest Wrath on to the Wulfen. Basically, any units that kind of... sorry, pick an enemy unit, sorry. I'm picking these rubrics. It means these rubrics would be -1 to hit.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah, Tempest Wrath, it's a 6+ to cast. I do get it with 9 + 1, I get it with 10.
Cool, I'm going to attempt to deny with my Sorcerer in the Scarab Occult, because he can do that. But I do need
11.
11. That is not 11.
So Tempest Wrath on those Rubric Marines. They are now -1 to hit until my next Psychic phase. So they haven't advanced this time, the Wulfen, so they're going to shoot their Storm Frag Auto Launchers. So it's Assault D3 each, so 4 D3 shots essentially. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get some dice. So we hit them on a 5+ for 1 hit. Never taking these upgrades again.
Nah.
Wounding on a 4. It's a wound, but it is damage 1, so you're 2 up save now.
2 up save, show me that 2. What? I am near, am I 6 inches away from a Sorcerer?
Yeah, but that's for invul saves.
Oh, so it is. So how did I not get the 2 now?
Maybe I will bring these again. Next up I'm going to activate my Land Raider Redeemer. So we're going to start by using our Flamestorm Cannons, both of them on the Scarab Occult. 2d6 attacks. So that's 6 automatic hits. Strength 6, so 3's to wound. Oh wow. So that's 6 wounds, it's damage 2 at -2. So 4 up saves.
4 up saves. So damage 2 apiece, that is 3 gone.
Twin Assault Cannon next from the Land Raider, so 12 shots. Hitting on 3s, because of Power of the Machine Spirit, no minuses for heavy. Oh wow. Sure, that's a ton of misses. Only 4 hits. 3's to wound. For 4 wounds, it is -1 to your save, but it is damage 1, so you're still a 2 up save.
2 up save, show me those 2s. Really?
What? Then the Storm Bolter from the Land Raider in rapid fire range. Okay. 4's to wound the Scarab Occult, so 1 wound.
1 wound, 2 up. Nailed it.
So my Plasma Cannons on my Devastator Squad next onto the Scarab Occult. Now there is Fire Disciplined on the Scarab Occult, so I reroll failed hits of 1, but I did move, so it's also -1 to hit. So Plasma Cannons, first of all we're using standard shots, so it's D3 shots apiece, so 4 D3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will be 4's to hit, reroll 1s. But we're looking for 4s. Okay, so 4 hits. And will be 3's to wound at strength 7. Okay, for 2 wounds, it is damage 1. And this, I believe, is... it's -3 to your save.
It's -3, what's that? Some +1, -3, -2, 4 up saves?
Yep.
4 up saves.
Nailed it.
He's okay.
The Sergeant or Ancient actually cannot see him, so he is foregoing his shooting. These long fangs are next. Now the whole unit, only the 3 front last cannons and that rock at the back can actually draw a line of sight to the Scarab Occult, the rest cannot. But remember, we do get to reroll failed hits of 1 because of fire discipline, and we're -1 to hit because of heavy. So we'll do the last cannons first. So we only get 1 hit. 2's to wound. It's a wound.
Okay.
-3.
-3, we'll bring it to 5 up invul. D6 damage, show me a 2. Yep, he's in pieces.
And last to shoot will be my Storm Wolf, and I'm actually going to shoot everything into the Exalted Sorcerer just to try and guarantee the kill.
Okay.
So we'll start with a Skyhammer Missile Launcher. Now because you do have the fly keyword, there's no penalties for shooting at a ground target with this.
Okay.
So it's 3 attacks. I'm hitting on a 3+ because I've power the Machine Spirit, so I ignore moving and heavy. Okay, doesn't matter. 3's to now wound, strength 7. Doesn't matter. 2 last cannons. This Storm Wolf can't shoot. 3's to wound, or sorry, 2's to wound. Yes, 2's to wound. That's a wound.
Yep. 5 up invul, reroll 1s. We're okay.
Nailed it. And then we've got the twin Hellfrost cannon, and I'm actually going to use the we'll use the focus beam. So heavy 2, 2 hits. 2's to wound at strength 10. Strength 8, sorry.
Do I use command point?
I'm going to use this one, yeah, so that's wounded.
Yep.
Yep, so 2 wounds, it was strength 8, so 2's to wound.
5 up invuls.
Yep, go for it.
Reroll 1s. You can reroll again.
This is D6 damage apiece.
Okay. And he's gone.
Eviscerated. Into the charge phase, my Wulfen are going to charge these rubrics.
Okay, I'm going to Overwatch. I have 8 Infernal Bolt Guns and the Bolt Pistol as well. So that's 17 shots, hit on 6s. For 2. And I'm going to be wounding you in 4s. 2 wounds.
-2, so I'm going to put it on my Storm Shield.
3+ saves.
Okay.
I'm going to go Soul Reaper Cannon next. Hit on 6s. We've got 1. Wounding on 3s. We wound.
Storm Shield again. They're okay.
Do you roll your obligatory?
Yeah, we'll charge in. And they're in.
Have fun.
So my Space Wolves to activate first, and we'll start off with the champion himself. So he has his Frost Claws, which gives him a total of 5 attacks, as he gets an additional attack for these claws, and they're hitting on 3s. Well, that's a fantastic start. And I'll just double check their strength. I believe it's strength 6. Give us a wee second. Our mind went blank there. It's +1, so it becomes strength 6, wounding on 3s. Get to reroll failed wounds. So it's 2 wounds, and it will be a total of -2 to your save.
-2 is it 1 damage piece?
Just 1 damage, yep, so 4 up save.
So 4 up save. So 1 does go down.
We'll move on next to the Thunder Hammer in that unit, over here.
Okay.
So -1 to hit, so it's now 4s to hit. Okay, for 1. And we are now going to be 2s to wound. It's a wound, it's -3 to your save, so it'll be 5 up invul.
5 up invul, reroll 1s as I'm just within 6 inches of Ahriman with my sparring champion. But I make
Don't
it.
even need it. And then we've got 8 great Frost Axes, or Frost Axes with these guys. So we are going on to 8 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh no. And they are strength 8, so winning on 2s. So that's all wounds, and this is D3 damage apiece, -3.
T3 -3, so I'll bring me to 5 up invul, re-rolling 1s. Reroll those 1s. So 1 gets saved. D3 damage piece, it's just 1, so 3 go down.
Calixtus next on these Zangors, 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s, for 2 wounds, 5 up invul.
5 up invul. So 1 does go down. Zangors strike back, they have 13 attacks, 2 apiece, and then the 2, 4, 6. Yep, 30 attacks, 2 apiece, plus 1 for champion, so 6s to hit, rerolls because you're a character. We have 1.
Okay.
And then I get to reroll all these, get a bunch more. 1 more.
Okay.
It will be forced wound you.
You're alright.
1 wound.
Lightning reflexes 4 up invul. I'm down to 2 wounds.
Rubric Marines are going to strike back now. I've got 4 attacks from normal Rubrics and 2 from the Aspiring Sorcerer. You've given me -1 due to Tempest, I got +1 due to Prescience, so I'm still striking on 3s.
You are indeed. Basically cancelled out.
Cool, I do have 2 Death to the False Emperor there, so another 2 chances to attack.
Nice.
Which is really good. Needing Forced Wind you. Not so good.
Okay, I'll take on the Storm Shield.
Sure.
I think that's a given just now, yep.
Yep, and then the Force Stave from the Aspiring Champion, hit on 3s. Okay. I'm winding you on 3s. Yep.
So wind, it's minus, it'd be Storm Shield guy.
Yep.
He's okay.
So we've got a morale check to make, none on the Zangors, but we do have 1 on the Rubric Marines. I have lost 5 this turn, so on a 4 more I lose guys. So we don't lose any. Hey, a 2 came in handy once.
So that was the end of the Space Wolves turn 2, and another devastating turn for Space Wolves that was. We got rid of an Exalted Sorcerer, done more work on the Rubric Marines, and Scarab Occult are gone. So at the end of that turn, what did we achieve? We did get hold the line, as we have 3 of my units. We've got my Devs, Njal, Land Raider, all within my deployment zone, and no enemy units in my deployment zone. So that brings a score 5 to 3.
So with that, David,
yeah,
I'm going to call it. You've killed Magnus, you've killed my Scarab Occult, you've got these rubrics in combat, so even if I did fall back, I'd have 1 other unit could fire them, but last time I did that I only killed 1 Wulfen. I've got Ahriman, but he's not hit. Even if I deal with the Wulfen, you have Longfangs, a Land Raider, this thing, Stormclaw, Stormwolf.
It's just not falling into place.
I just don't have the firepower, the hard hitting ability to take out that armour or that range. So
that will mean at the end of the game though, Linebreaker will come in effect. 6 to 3, calling it there.
Absolutely.
Good game, Ross.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat.
Well, David, you really did not want me to use Magnus at all, did you?
No.
No.
I did warn you, he's my baby.
Yeah, okay.
So, if I can't play him, no one can play him.
Fair enough. Yeah, that was a devastating game.
Yeah.
Anything but 2s was the rule. Anything but 2s. I managed to get in 3+ invul, reroll 1s. Anything but 2s. I'm going to be excited if I can get back there and count how many were rolled, because it was too many.
Or if you viewers want to count at home, let us know. How many 2s did Ross actually roll?
It was terrible. Even with your first turn, you absolutely...
I whiffed the last cannons.
Whiffed the last cannons. I was like, well, Magnus ain't going down. Somehow he did.
Yeah.
In the first turn, you just you hit him pretty darn hard.
Yeah, it's a strange. I didn't actually go into it thinking I was going to do that much damage to Magnus that quick. I knew I could damage him because if the Wulfen get in there, Wulfen are just terrifying in combat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jobs was done turn 1, and then it was pretty much a clean-up operation after that.
Yeah, there was even when I tried to retaliate against the Wulfen, I thought, you know, Infernal Bolt Guns, I'll be able to get through a few of them. Apparently I couldn't.
No.
It was,
Tough as nails.
Tough as nails, yeah. I hate Wulfen so much.
Yeah, I think they get put away for a wee bit now because they feature quite a lot, and they are a tough unit to tackle. So
Sure.
But anyway, guys, we do hope you enjoyed that battle there. That was certainly fun for me. Magnus is back in my possession now.
He is well and truly, yep.
Yeah.
So I won't be using Magnus anytime soon.
Cool, love it. But guys, if you want to check out, links down below on our Facebook page. Keep up to date with what me and Ross are up to on the hobby scene, along with just general tabletop updates. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more Tabletop Assault Battle Reports. We will certainly see you in our Tabletop Assault Battle Report coming your way shortly.